Pow, 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 pow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in and join. Chainbreakers 365 is live. It is Wednesday, August the 7th, 2019, and this is going to be a fantastic day because that's what I choose for it to be. Good morning. I am Brad Smith. I am the host of Chainbreakers 365 Live and the host for creator of hashtag Uplift and Rise. And I want to thank you for being here this morning. Thanks for joining in. We're going to have a fantastic day. There's a lot in store that I've got coming in the next couple weeks. And we're going to kind of piecemeal it in a little bit together because I want to help prepare you for what's coming. Because this is what's coming is just going to be fantastic and amazing. So, ordinary or extraordinary, which one is your life? And even a better question, which one do you want it to be? Think about that for a minute. Are you living a life of routine? Are you going through the motions every single day, doing the same thing again and again and again to where it becomes such repetition, you're going down the same road that sometimes when you're going somewhere else, you just keep going down the same road because that's your habit. Or maybe you leave home in the morning and you're heading to work and you get to work and you think back and go, I don't even remember passing by there. Has that happened to you? I know it's happened to me. Should be a wake-up call. How distracted were you when you were driving? Would you have been prepared if there'd been an accident happen right around you or somebody came out of your peripheral and could have created an accident that fortunately you avoided? Could it have happened? Maybe. I remember going back several years ago and things had just been crazy at work. It'd been going nuts for a while. And I and another manager at work looked at each other and say, boy, I sure will be glad when things get back to normal. And a few more weeks went by and we realized we didn't even know what normal was anymore because things kept changing. Yesterday we were talking about you are either green and growing, or you are ripe and rotting. So are we going through the routines? Are we going through the motions? Are we living that life of ordinary? Or are we living the life of extraordinary? Christ came to this world to give us life and give it to us more abundantly. Are you doing your share? Or are you living that more abundant life? Are you living that life that you are not only created for, but destined to? Or are you just going through the life of monotony and routine and ordinary? Because if you are, you have bought in to the life and the challenge and the attack of the enemy. He is keeping you from what God has created you for, because he created you for that life more abundant. He had created you for more. He created you to be able to pour into other people's lives. Can you say you do that every day? Can you say that I live to be able to pour into other people every day? Is that what you do? Or do you just kind of keep going through the routines? So part of what I want to talk about today is creating that space to be able to move into the extraordinary. Now, I know that while you may or may not have goals, and I say that because only a very small portion of society today has goals, there's a lot of us that have dreams. Now, what's the difference? A dream is something you wish for. A dream is something you wish you had. A dream is what you'd like things to be. But a goal is taking that dream and writing it down and creating the steps to move toward that extraordinary dream that you want for yourself. So how do we begin? How do we start? How do we get there? Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's physical fitness. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's a moving up in at work and creating that position for yourself that you've wanted. So let's talk about it for just a second, because in order to move there, we have to create the space for it, as it were. So if your goal is weight loss, first thing we need to do is remove all of the things that would keep you from that. Are there temptations in your home that would keep you from being on a diet that you can stick to? Have you gotten rid of the candy, the cookies, the cake, the ice cream, all the sweets that would do you in? Have you gotten rid of all of the breads and everything else that keep you from being who you want to be? If it's exercise and you do it at home, do you have the space set aside for that? Have you created the time in your life to be able to go to the gym, to be able to work out, to be able to exercise? If it's going out and walking every night, have you created that time in your schedule to be able to leave the house and go out and do it? Maybe it's early in the morning. Maybe it's late at night. Maybe it's right after work, but have you created the space? Don't just say, I'm going to try and do this, because there is no try. There's either do or don't do. There's nothing else in between. There is no gray space for getting things done. There is no gray space that allows try. If I was holding a pencil and handed it out to you and said, here, try and take this from me, but every time you reached for it, I pulled back, there is no try. You either take that pencil or you don't. You don't try to take the pencil. You do it. You reach out and you get it done. So create that space to make it possible so that you can get out and go for that walk. Maybe it's starting a home-based business. Maybe that's what your goal is. And if that's your goal, that's fine. Where in your house are you going to get it done? Where in your house do you have that space? Do you need to go declutter? Do you need to create a space? Do you need to clean off a desk that's got piles and piles of mail that just collects? Have you got boxes sitting there that you need to get out of the way? Have you created the time in your schedule to start pouring in and doing part of this daily activity that would make you successful in that home-based business? Maybe your life is now stepping in a new space at church. Have you created that time and space in your life to where you can spend time in the Word? We have to start creating those places, those time spaces, those steps in there, and get rid of the clutter and the temptation that would keep you from achieving change, that would keep you from reaching out and becoming who you want to be. So maybe in that, your challenge or what you want to do is break an addiction. First, go back to some of the things we've talked about and start creating that level or that foundation of gratitude. Because as long as you keep looking back on the negative, you will fall back, succumb to the addiction, because you're going to look for something to fill that space, to fill that void, to fill the pain in your life, because all you're doing is looking at the pain or what you don't have and the pain regarding it. If you want to move forward in your life, you have to start creating the space in which you can do that. So if it's alcohol, get it out of the house. If it's cigarettes, get them out of the house. If it's drugs, get them out of the house. Quit hanging around with the friends that are smokers, that are into drugs, that drink all the time. Quit hanging out at the local tavern. Create that space in your life to open yourself up to the extraordinary. It is in the creation of who we want to become and who we want to be that we start creating the extraordinary. I want to thank you for just a second, because one thing that I know about my life is my life has been enriched and bettered because of you. So those of you who are on here this morning, and I'm having trouble scrolling back up, but Jeff Baker, Connie Davis, Leanne Rainsmith, Roger Bowen, Bill Schomburg, thank you for being here on with me live. Folks, come on in and start joining us every single day. Say hi to me, I'll say hi to you. And I just want to thank you for being here, because you enrich my life. And I hope I'm giving back and helping enrich yours. I hope that's why you're here. So if you find this useful, reach down and hit that share button. Share this message out to others. Share that message out to your friends and family. Invite them, tag some friends, get them in here and get them to join this group. If you are not a member of hashtag Uplift and Rise, you need to be. If you have not gone in and liked Chainbreakers 365, you need to. If you want to start creating the life that you have dreamed of, create the goal today and write it down and start doing it. Start making a difference every single day. There is no try. You either do or you don't do. There is no try. Get that stuff out of your life that will keep you small. Get that stuff out of your life that will keep you, that stays in the clutter and keeps you from creating that space in your home, in your life, in your time, that makes it possible for you to create real lasting change in your life. Are you ready for it? Think about that, because that's not just a quick yes or no. Are you ready for change? Because with that change, there will come challenges. With that change, there will be naysayers. With that change, there are people in your life that will try to keep you small. Are you ready for it? What are you willing to sacrifice to get to that destiny? Something as simple as a diet, and oh, that's okay. Try this. It won't hurt. One bite's not going to hurt you. It's that one bite that mentally steps us back and keeps us from moving forward. It's those challenges in life that are going to hit you from the side, and if you are not prepared for them, they will knock you off of those stairs that you're climbing and knock you back down to the bottom. You have to start thinking right now, am I prepared, and do I want this change in my life? Do I want this dream? Is it going to make my life better? Because you have to start putting so much value in the life that you want to become and the life that you want to live, that living that ordinary life of routine that you're in right now will be so painful that you don't ever want to be there again. Am I getting through to somebody today? Am I speaking into somebody's heart and somebody's life and somebody's emotion today? Hit those likes and hit those loves. Let's rain this screen. Because I want you to live the life that you are destined for. I want you to live that life that you have always dreamed of. I want you to live those goals and those dreams and those aspirations, because you are created for more. You are God came to give you life. Stop right there. He came to give you life. I'm not talking about birth. I'm talking about not living that life of ordinary where you have been under the attack of the enemy and kept from ever fulfilling your destiny that God created you for. He came to give you life, and life more abundant. Are you ready for abundant? Are you ready to live out the destiny that you've been called into? Are you ready to live out your purpose in life? And if you are living in that extraordinary, here's a fist bump for you. And if you aren't, then make sure that you start creating that space. We're going to start talking about taking goals and moving them into that next level. We're going to talk about creating those spaces in your life to where you can really make it possible for yourself to live that ordinary, that extraordinary life, the life fulfilled and filled with everything that you want to be. Think about who it is that you want to become. For me, I am my own hero, but not today. My hero is me 5 years from now. He is the me that I see and I envision who I want to become. What do you look like in that future? What do you look like 5 years from now? Are you prepared to be him or her? Then let's start making the change today. I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for being part of this. Again, share this out if you haven't already. Invite folks in to hashtag uplift and rise. Tag your friends and invite them into Chainbreakers 365. You don't want to miss these. And if you haven't already said hi, let me know you're here. Say hi and let me know that you're coming in and that you're joining in and that you're participating, whether it's now or in replay. Hit that hashtag replay. Let me know that you're here and I'll come back and say hi to you. I want to thank you for being here today. You can check us out on YouTube at Chainbreakers 365, or you can also find us at chainbreakers365.com. I look forward to seeing you every single day, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Chainbreakers 365 Live. We'll see you again this time tomorrow. Thanks for being here and have an amazing day. Goodbye, everybody.